Hello guys, very good morning. Let us today we learn about the new lesson, what is moral action. A moral act must be our own act. It must spring from our own will. That is known as moral action. If we act mechanically, there is no moral content in our act. Such action would be moral. If we think it proper to act like a machine and do so, for in doing so, we use our discrimination. M.K. Gandhi was born on 2nd October 1869 in the princely state of Porbandar, now part of Gujarat. Mahatma Gandhi was the greatest of contemporary Indians and certainly one of the great men of all times. He was the mightiest force in the Indian political scene for nearly half a century and remained the profoundest influence on all areas of public life. His method of non-violence and truth won freedom for India without blood shed and demonstrated to the modern man how love is more powerful than nuclear bombs. Proper to the man's ideals, Gandhi's life and work are an open book. The Guide. This is written and narrated by M.K. Gandhi, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, and his father of our nation. First of all, we should know what is moral action. I will give you one example. So, in a road, the old lady is going and we know the old lady has a ice cream. The old lady want to cross the road. You will go and help her and take the ice cream. She will give ice cream and come out. This is not a moral action. What is moral action? I will see the lady is going in a road. Excuse me, ma'am. You want to cross the road? Yes, come. She will offer you money or ice cream, but you should not take. So that is called moral action. The thing or the help which is done without any fruit, without any gain, it is known as moral action. As now read out some summary, I will explain also. Gandhiji mentions 6 qualities of an action, which quality it to be called moral and the absence of which make it non-moral. Many actions are done because they are a part of society's conventions. Without such behavior, there will be a anarchy in society. Such acts are non-moral. Gandhiji says that our conventional behavior is neither moral nor immoral. What is non-moral action? Action which does not necessarily involve morality but is born of prevailing conventions is called non-moral action. I will give in one example conventional behavior and a moral act. Greeting everyone in the morning is conventional behavior. It becomes a moral act when it is done with the intention of brightening up the lives of those people. Gandhiji says that we cannot be truly moral if we do not believe and experience the belief that God within us, the God of all, is the ever-present witness to all our acts. I will give you another example. You want to help a person. You should give 500 rupees, then I will complete your notes. This is immortal. This is not a moral action. As your friend was suffering from chickenpox or other diseases, he will not attend the school from 2 weeks. He was living home. So you will go and give the notes. That is known as moral action. The act to be called like spring in our own will. The boy was sick. The boy was not asking to complete and give, but you only ask him and complete the notes and give. That is known as moral action. And another example, you should not asking your mom, I will broom and clean the room. You should clean the room. That is known as moral action. Guys, you should not perform mechanically without any discrimination and thought. The good act is not moral act if the person does not intention to do good. The results have be our actions left to the God. Alexander, though called great, was not moral. There should be no self-interest behind a moral act. Even honesty cannot be practiced as the best policy. It should be the only policy. Because Alexander smashed many kingdoms, he killed many peoples, and then he became a great king. I will give another example. The Papa, you will give me a cell phone, then only I will score 90 out of 90 in my SLC examination. This is not a moral action. Your father ready to give you cell phone. That is known as the moral, and go with your will. That is should not have self-interest. An act done for consideration of comfort and personal happiness in another world is non-moral. That action is moral which is done only for the sake of doing good. Saint Francis Xavier and Saint Teresa has devoted souls who pray to God because they loved Him. Henry Clay and Daniel Webster lived virtuous lives but sacrificed their virtues just once, thereby negating all the good they had done. I will give another example. A person, he wanted to give some food from the poor peoples or donating something, but he wanted to don't tell and don't come in the advertisement or showing from the news televisions. But that is insane. When you donate something, the other hand should not get to know what you have donated. It means you should not spread across that you have donated some food, etc. Gandhiji concludes that judging the morality of a man's action is very difficult, since we cannot penetrate the depth of his mind.